Good morning. Good morning. So, wanted to do this little presentation for you because I think it's just so valuable of the things that we do. And this is the conversation I have with my clients as well. It's the things we do day in, day out, right? That either hurts or heals. So, I wanted to share a little tool with you called this Transformation Tuesday. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ready to feel energized, joyful, feel more calm, then these are the tools for you and these are the practices for you. And so Viktor Frankl said this: between stimulus and response, there's space. And even if that space, I work with clients, and even if that space is teeny tiny at first, but as we stretch this space out a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, this is where growth and freedom come from. And that's a beautiful quote there. And Viktor Frankl is a survivor, for those of you who may not know, a Holocaust survivor. So I want to share a little bit, if it's okay with you, of why I'm so passionate about the work that I do. So I'm Kelly. Hugert kind of sounds like yogurt. And have a lot of people ask me how to say my last name. So it's Hugert, kind of sounds like yogurt. And I'm considering myself a sensitive. I've been a holistic healer for the past 35 years. I made my first herbal medicine when I was about probably 15 or 16 years old, a long time ago. Martial artist. Man, I've been called a miracle worker by my clients, and I've helped hundreds of people take their own power back. But I wasn't always calm, confident like I am now, nor was I even empowered. And so, unfortunately for me, I was a victim of psychological, financial, and emotional abuse from a long term relationship. And it literally ran me into the ground physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, every which way. I kept trying to be a better person, thinking if I was a better person, that person would love me and accept me. And so I always did more and more and more to prove that I was worthy of love. Of course, I know that's trauma response now, and I didn't know that then. But what ended up happening to me is I ended up having years and years of nightmares, night terrors, IBS. Towards the end, I started having severe panic attacks. I had such anxiety that I couldn't even sit and rest because I was always waiting for the other shoe to drop, or always feeling like I had to do better, keep it better house, make better food. I did all the things. I was a homeschooling mom as well. I have to do everything perfect to receive love and intimacy. And of course, we know now that's not true. And one day I got to the point that I literally could not take it anymore. I just couldn't take it anymore. And so I remember thinking, this is it. I can't give another minute. I cannot give another minute. And so, so one day I walked around in the woods, actually here in the 60 acres that I have now, for probably about an hour and a half, just trying to find the perfect place to unlive myself, basically. Unfortunately, it was horrible. But I saw my grandbaby's face come through just in that moment. And I thought, even if you can't do this for yourself, even if you can't pull yourself out of this junk for you, at least do it for him. And so now fast forward now, I got the help that I need. I got the help that I deserve. And I discovered, which I'm so blessed for, I discovered a natural recovery method that saved my life after this devastating effects of abuse, which also exacerbated my chronic illness, dysautonomia. And I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm so glad to say I wake up feeling so joyful. I wake up feeling energized. I wake up feeling like I have a purpose now, and I don't have to please everybody to be loved. And it feels so good. And because of the skills I've learned over these past years, I now teach other kind-hearted souls who've given their all in their relationships, only to feel run down, burned out, exhausted, unloved, unworthy, to help them gain the calm, to step into their own power and confidence, so they can also have peaceful night's sleep. They can wake up feeling better and feeling excited about the day as well. So I obviously can't teach you everything in this small little workshop, but here is a little bit of a 1% shift. And here's what we're looking for. If you're on a road or you're on a boat and you're headed to Hawaii, but your captain makes a 1% shift in the directions, then you won't get to Hawaii. So what do we want to do? We want to continue on this 1% shift of getting where you want to go versus where you don't want to go. So that's one of the things that's really important. Actually drawing out or visualizing what you want to go, where you want to be. And that's very powerful to actually use this with my clients, some artwork with my clients, and it's very beneficial. So again, we're only looking for 1% shift, right? And you can discover this 1% shift now. And then of course, if you feel like this is resonating with you and you would like to learn more, then I'll share a little bit more about that towards the end. So again, I'm Kelly. I'm a martial artist. I'm a doctor of canon. I have over 35 years of experience as a holistic healer. And again, to tell my story, I was involved in a narcissistic abuse, and I was diagnosed with complex PTSD, and it exacerbated my chronic illness, which I did not know that at the time. I was diagnosed with dysautonomia POTS by myself on the floor and in an emergency room for several hours, not knowing who I was or where I was. Conventional medicine failed me, unfortunately, and so now I'm doing what I do. I absolutely love it. I feel better than I feel better than I did when I was in my 20s. And I use this evidence-based method with lots of my clients with about a 97% success rate, helping them to really tap into their soul's calling. All right, so what I want to teach you today is about savoring. And I love savoring. It was really one of the first tools that I used after I realized what I had was PTSD, or what we now know to be complex PTSD. I began a journey on positive psychology, mind body medicine, clinical hypnosis to heal from this. And one of the tools that I use was savoring. And savoring is something that you can reminisce of the past, or something that you can think about in the moment. For example, if you're savoring a piece of chocolate or a piece of fruit, a raspberry that picked fresh from the vine, or blackberries picked fresh from the vine, you can just stop for a minute and really savor that moment. We're also savoring something in the future. So here's the way I teach it to my clients. I ask them usually either to put something on their phone, like a picture on their phone of something that really, really resonates with them, either in the past or something they'd like to do in the future, and take that picture and put it on their phone so that they see it all the time as a reminder. But then I want them to actually close their eyes for a moment and just go there. And we actually do this in trance, which it makes it a lot easier, but you can do it as well. You can just kind of close your eyes and think about something in the past. And I'll tell one of the stories that saved my life, literally, was my grandbaby. I bought him water guns, and he's like, "Mama, I look at birds." And then I was like, "Oh, okay." And I knew what he was doing. And so as soon as I put my gun down, he turned around and I've got pictures in action. He raised it, pop, 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 got me right in the face, and then put his his gun down, his water gun down, and looked at me and laughed and had this biggest smile. I've got that all on pictures. That was my savoring moment. That was the moment I went to all the time to keep me out of this gates of hell that I was in this bitter situation. And so what I end up doing, and again, I teach this to my private clients and I teach this in my group program as well, is find that moment, really put yourself there, allow yourself to go there, block off time, go to a private place, whatever, put on soft music if you like, whatever, take yourself there. And when you really have yourself there, you're going to notice that your system is just going to shift. The whole body will shift. It's polyvagal theory, right? You'll shift into a relaxed state, or an enjoyable state, and then I want you to anchor that in. Just put your thumb and your forefinger together, or even just touch your ear and really anchor that in, and think of a color that represents that, whatever color that is for me. For me, it was green. And I actually, every time I think of that, I can actually put myself in. I can imagine the green around my feet in a circle with the green filling that, and I could take that to the exact spot, and we call that an anchor. And you can do this yourself. This can look differently for everybody. It really needs to resonate with you. So practice that at home. Let me know how it goes. If you want to work on that in a call, we can do that. Another really great thing to do when you're savoring, or as you come out of your savoring, you feel very, very relaxed and you want to maybe invigorate yourself, is just do little light butterfly kisses on your mouth. Butterfly kisses like this. And just butterflies all the way down. And just gently reinvigorate your body, right? Go into a relaxed state and then do some little butterfly. And then this can really bring you into a place of really being present in the moment, savoring those parts of the past that are beautiful and wonderful, or savoring the parts of the future that you want to experience, or even savoring in the moment, right? Mind body medicine is the tool here. Mindful pause, this idea of savoring whatever that is, savoring your coffee in the morning, using all your senses. Such a beautiful, beautiful tool. All right, so hopefully that's helpful for you. Now, one of the hardest things that I notice for people when they come to me is sometimes they'll come, we'll have a conversation, and then sometimes they may say, you know what, I really like to try this on my own, and there's no judgments in that. I honor everybody and where they are in their journey. And then often they'll come back to me years later in the same situation. And it really breaks my heart because I know what they could be and how they could move forward through that and not be stuck spinning the wheels for years and years and years. Unfortunately, in my situation, I realized I was losing like 3 days a week just spinning my wheels in a modality that was not helping me at all. So, one of my clients said that she had spent over $15,000 in other practitioners before she came to me. Now, of course, she was hesitant about spending any more money. I get that. I understand that as well. But she and I began to work together, and she reduced her anxiety, improved her energy, and then after our time together, she actually ended up starting her own business, and she's doing great. Just recently heard from her not too long ago. Some of my other clients have said Kelly's work is sacred and that I'm an angel from above and a miracle worker. Now, I certainly don't think I work miracles, obviously, but I do feel like this is sacred work. I do feel like I'm put on this earth to not only fan my own flame that was almost extinguished, but also to fan other people's flame, right? And to light it and flame it, fan it and help it to really rise up so that they can get the healing that they deserve as well. Now, of course, I've blushed from all these people saying all these wonderful things and coming out of helping these people come out of low points in their life. And because I'm so passionate about this work, I would like to offer you an opportunity to have a conversation with me as well. Now, of course, there's no cost to you. Um, what I call this is my Ignite Your Inner Power breakthrough session. It's worth over $400, and I want to gift it to you for free. And really, the idea is here is just that we can get on a phone call, see where you are, what tools I've shared thus far may be helping you, like savoring, or if you've followed some of my other work, and what tools might be beneficial for your next step. What are those 1% shifts that you can make, right? And of course, if it makes sense for us to go deeper and share more about the work that I do with my private clients, I'm happy to offer that information to you. And of course, if it doesn't make sense for us to work together, then there's no judgment on that as well. And just simply bless and release you or share another resource that may be valuable to you as well. So all you have to do is click this link below, and I'll put it in the chat as well, if I can figure out how to do that, or wherever I posted it. And of course, you can just copy and post it in your browser as well. And we'll look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed, and I'll let you do.